later on, they raised it up, didn't
They raised it, they raised the ship, right? And, you know, you wonder what to say when you're leaving the ship. And I was able to, I had grabbed all the health records of all the sailors. And that's what I took ashore, the health records. And that was wonderful, because if we hadn't had the health records, it would have been a mess for the guys.
You grabbed the microscope too,
Yeah,
right?
my microscope too. I could.
Did you clean it yourself, or did you have someone else rebuild it?
I had somebody clean it. So I brought it to somebody here afterwards.
Yeah, we still have that, the alarm bell off of the boat, too,
Right.
right? The, that's so weird. Huh. Hey, tell us about that, when you got the machete knife.
Oh, we made a trip to South America, we would go ashore and we'd shop and look around and stuff. And I had two pharmacist mates, and one of them bought a machete, and I didn't know. And where did he put it? He put it in the sick bay. And on the return trip, we were taking back 3 sailors who had gone crazy on a submarine, and they were being sent back to the United States for care. And they were kind of nuts. But the only place I had to keep them was in the sick bay. We had some bunks in the sick bay, so I would put them in there. Well, one night when we were at sea, one of these nutty guys got a hold of the machete, and he started walking around the ship, and he was swinging it. And we had a sergeant-at-arms that was like a policeman on the ship, and he carried a gun, and he was acted like he was going to shoot this kid. So they woke me up, and I went over where they were, and I told them to leave the kid alone, and we just followed him. And he just walked around the ship, and finally he walked back to the sick bay, and he lay down and went to sleep. And he put down the machete. And as a penalty for this pharmacist mate who had left this machete with him, I took it away from him and I brought it home.
Where's it? Is it downstairs?
No, it's right here.
Is it? Let's see it. Oh, that's it.
It used to be quite sharp, but over time it's gotten quite dull. In the Caribbean, they use it to cut sugar cane, and they have to cut the sugar cane by hand, and they use these machetes to do it. Of course, they use it on each other too when they have a little fight.
Yeah, a woman fight. I used to be fascinated by that when I was a kid.
And it was fun sailing on a ship, because you get acquainted with the crew, and then after you've been out at sea for a month, you come into a port, and the officers usually go to the officers' club where they promptly get drunk, and they have nice dinners. The crew have their own places. They go to bars and get relaxed from the trip.
Did you smoke when you were in?
Yeah, you could buy cigarettes for 5 cents a pack, and in the officers' club, liquor was 20 cents a drink, and no liquor was allowed on the ship. If you brought liquor on the ship, that was a serious penalty. One thing that impressed me a lot, each time we sailed on a trip, we were sailing into possibly serious danger. So just before we sailed, we'd have everybody line up on the ship to see if everybody was there. And frequently, one, two, or three of the sailors would show up, and they were too scared to go on the trip, so they'd stay ashore. And we would take their clothing and we would just put it on the dock and we would sail.
For real?
And they would never be given a serious penalty, like they'd be absent without leave and maybe they would be fined a little bit, and then they would be given some shore duty post because they felt they wouldn't be any good in wartime anyway.
Oh, really?
You know.
Huh, because they just abandoned. They wouldn't prosecute them for...
No, they just give them a light sentence. And also, we had another way, kids that couldn't take the ocean, when we would hit a port, they would go ashore and find some sailor on shore who wanted to be on the ship, and we allowed them to change places so the kid that wanted to get off the ship could get on shore, and the kid who wanted to be on the ship could get from the shore to on the ship.
That's pretty humane, isn't it?
Right, because it made for better morale,
I bet.
because some guys just couldn't take the war and the sailing. A lot of them were seasick, but we just let them lay down and didn't treat them at all.
Mm-hmm.
And they gradually got used to it.
It's probably the best treatment.
The sailors had 4-hour watches